What up, you guys? Welcome to the channel where we make StarCraft into one of the most epic ways to play, win, and get reactions from people. What's going on, you guys? Happy Friday. Today we've got a pretty fun game. As you guys know, I always try to save some of the best games for Fridays. So I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. So troll forecast for today, guys, is going to be tons of Hydralisks. We're going to make 150 Hydralisks. It's going to be non-stop, packed full of action. I'm going to do tons of trickery. We're going to make them think that they're currently winning the game. I'm going to do tons of flankings on them as well too. They're going to get pretty frustrated, and you're going to see that they're going to stick it out to the end, only to see if they can at least kill something, because they want to make a point that they're not noobs. So it's going to be pretty fun. So hopefully you guys stick around and check this one out. Alright guys, I'm playing as Zerg. I'm over at 9 o'clock here. I'm playing as Guapo. Hey guys, if you guys like this sort of content, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on all the fun troll plays we're going to do on players. Like this one, and this one, and of course this one. And as always guys, make sure to drop some thoughts, comments, or any fun ideas you guys may have. Alright guys, let's get back to the game. Just a funny name that I made. It's obviously not like an AKA or something that I have. On my team, I've got a buddy over here, Maiden Archon. He's over at 12 o'clock. He's Protoss. Our third is a pub. How so much? I don't know him. He seemed okay, but he died pretty early. On the away team, we've got Menci. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He was okay. He was actually keeping my ally pretty busy, and he stayed to the very end. The host is Ocean's Wolfpart. He's actually okay. He's probably about 4.5 out of 8 in terms of the category. And then we've got his buddy over here. I think he's a pub. He was actually probably the best on the team. I'd say he's probably like a 5 out of 8. So he's pretty decent. We had a pretty fun time, especially playing against him. And so, yeah, it's gonna be pretty fun, guys. All right, so I'm gonna get no speed this game actually. So I'm gonna get fast expansion. We're gonna get tons of hatcheries. I'm just gonna get slow zergling speed, and then we're gonna slowly transition into fast expansion, tons of economy. I'm just gonna get a few zerglings here and there, and hopefully we can really macro up and really overpower these guys. So at 12 o'clock, I told my ally, I said, hey man, there's a cannon at the top of your base, but he didn't realize. I don't know what he's been doing, but yeah, it was cutting pretty close. And I told him to stack his probes here, but he did it pretty late, and unfortunately, I think he lost like a probe or something. But when this happens to you guys, you gotta make sure you're gonna put a probe here. You can actually make a pollen across here, and then you can block the Protoss from making any cannons against your base. So anyways, he was able to attack it with his probe, and then he had a cannon here as well. That cannon, wouldn't have had to die, but unfortunately he did waste some money here, and I think Orange is still also doing some more pressuring at him on his left side as well too here. So back at home, I have the fast expansion started. The reason why I went that as well is because I saw that Ocean's Wolfpart actually went forwards first, and I think the reason is because he saw that there was 2 Zergs on our team, and so typically Protoss players will do that as soon as they see that there's 2 Zergs. So I was like, you know what, sweet, let's take advantage of it. And so then I saw that he was trying to cannon my base down here, and I'm like, it's so funny because that's never gonna work, especially if I can just sunken over and also get some zerglings to support as well. And so he's trying to chase my drones. What you gotta do here, guys, is if your drone is getting hurt, you have to make sure you run away with it, and then you can actually just make an extractor, cancel it later, and then you can get a full health bar for your drones. So just gonna make some cannons or some sunkens here in case if the other Protoss does come as well. And so yeah, his buddy, he's obviously a threat, so I wanted to make sure I had a second sunken in case if he comes in combination with the cannon rush that they tried to do, but good thing they didn't. So Orange is still pressuring my ally up here, and he is being harassed as well too by the third Protoss, and so I'm going to bring some Zerglings up there, and we're going to try to see if we can support him now. So as you can see, guys, I'm not making any gas here because I just want to focus on macro. So this game is going to be a little bit unorthodox. Typically, Zergs will get like a gas by now, and they'll probably get like a lair and go into like Mutalisk or something, but I'm not going to do that because this game I really want to be able to macro up and do tons of troll plays on players, so that's why I'm doing this. So we'll take out this cannon here, support my ally, and then hopefully he can get back on track here. So I looked over at 7 o'clock, I saw that my ally, our third over here, he was being rushed, and I don't know why he didn't get like a second sunken, because if he did, he would have been able to block that. So I'm gonna have to make some Zerglings now to support him and bring them down there. So he was at least, you know, able to buy some time for us, so that was decent. But he definitely didn't need to die at this point. So that kind of gave our team like a disadvantage here. So alright, so I saw that, so I'm gonna send some Zerglings now. I made some Zerglings back at home as well too, and so yeah, it's gonna cost me some minerals here, but hey, gotta see if we can try to buy some time for Zerg here, because that's inevitably gonna buy me some time as well too. So alright, I'm not even getting like Zergling speed, guys. Like I'm mainly focusing on drones and hatcheries right now, so this is going to be a super macro build. Typically, you know, you're not going to do this unless you can sort of like forecast and predict the amount of units on the map, what they're doing. And so I got a pretty good sense, because I see that 11 is cannoning my ally up here, so he doesn't have that many units, and then blue was also cannoning as well too, and so he probably doesn't have that many zealots on the map, and so the only person that has zealots is 3 o'clock, and so that's why I was able to kind of match the amount of units on the map here, and I was able to get away with making so many drones on the map here. So as you can see, like, I've got tons of hatcheries as well too, and so we're gonna get really strong, and it's gonna be super fun, guys. So at this point, I'm like, I can't keep making Zerglings here because I really don't want to slow myself down. So what I wanted to do here was just kind of buy Zerg some time, so then it's going to keep them focused on him. So then at the very least, you know, he's going to buy some time here, so then I can really macro up. So, and you know what? If he ends up dying, it's going to look more epic anyways for us, because it's going to look like a 2 versus 3ish, and so so yeah. Alright, so looks like I've got the gas now. I think I've got like almost 50 drones here, and so pretty strong, guys. It's gonna be pretty awesome here. So when I'm like typically building, and I'm not like microing, I don't have any units grouped or anything like that, my APM is typically like around like 200 to like 240. But when I'm actually fighting and I have like you know, units grouped and microing, like it'll go up pretty high with Zerg. Zerg tends to be pretty high in terms of you know, being able to access APM, and the reason is because like there's just so many units. Zerg, you have to really run around. You have to really micro a lot, and so that's why you know, you'll see a lot of Zerg players. Typically, they'll be in the range. Like some of the good ones, some of the more professional ones that you'll watch on like ASL or whatever. Like sometimes like they're actually, you know, most of the time they're always above 300, and so that's why. Alright, so it looks like my ally is dying now, so he pretty much lost his base. So at this point, I'm just gonna start macroing now, because I know that the amount of unit counts on the map now with these 2 Protosses down here, and these 2 guys are friends, keep in mind, their unit count is gonna be low, especially after I start macroing here, and so it's gonna be pretty awesome when I start to macro against them, and they're just gonna be pretty shocked. So, alright, so we've got I think about 15 Hydralisk now, so I'm gonna get 24, and then we're gonna do a push. And I see that they're trying to go 12 o'clock here, and my ally does have 2 cannons, and so I'm gonna go from behind and flank them. So hopefully they don't see that, and then they go back to the middle instead. So if they actually, you know, try to push my ally, I come from behind. It's a much better flank. So, but I see that 3 o'clock is also sending some units here, so now they're probably gonna pull their units back. So check this out. So I'm just gonna micro some of these units here, and as you guys can see, like it's a 2 versus 1, but I'm gonna be able to overpower these guys pretty quick, and I have range upgraded because I did get 2 Hydralisk 10. The reason why I got 2 is because I really wanted to get the timing down really quick, and I had a lot of money as well too. So, and as you can see, guys, like my APM is like, you know, north of 300. You know, typically, you know, as I mentioned, right, like Zerg is pretty strong. So I was actually going to go 6 o'clock, but then I saw that 3 was coming from behind me. And so it's a typical tactic that you do when you see that their allies trying to come and save them. Instead of going 6 o'clock, you actually just push back. And then because when you push back, they don't have that many units and they're going to run back. And so I'm going to counter him now. And so what I probably did was I forced blue to make a bunch of cannons, and he's wasting money. And now 3 o'clock here, it doesn't have any more units, and he has units, but he has less units than me, and so now I'm just going to overpower him. So check this out. I'm just going to target each goon individually, and it's going to his dragoons are going to die so quick. So check this out. So I got another group coming here, so I think I got about 30 Hydralisks. So what I'm going to do here is, again, I got to be careful because I don't want to kill them. Again, guys, if you're new to the channel, like, welcome. This channel is all about, you know, troll plays, keeping players in the game long enough so that you can actually do epic troll plays on them, because if I kill them way too early, they're going to die and there's going to be no troll play and it's going to be super boring. So, you know, a lot of times I'm actually just, you know, trolling around, trying to keep players in the game, so then we can actually get to a point where we can do some fun troll plays. Because let's face it, guys, like, you know, when you're playing a game and, you know, they end up dying, you know, before 10 minutes, game's pretty boring. I think we've all played that for like 25 years now or more, and so, you know, that's not what this channel is about. This channel is all about doing, like, you know, really fun, hilarious plays that you don't typically see. So I did keep an Overlord here just in case, because I knew that you know, these guys are probably eventually going to get Dark Templars, and as you can see, they did. So I'm going to pull that Overlord over. It's a slow Overlord for now, but what I'm going to do is just I'm going to reduce the amount of units on the map now, because I know that it's kind of balanced right now because I have most of the units on the map, and then my ally doesn't have too much, but it is a 2 versus 3, so it is kind of balanced. So what I want to do is kind of put the odds in our favor now. So I'm just going to take out blue to a pretty good extent so that he's going to be, you know, semi-disabled, and so then I can actually go over and you know, get this expansion over at 1 o'clock here. And I did sneak up a drone to get this expansion here. So once I kill blue, we're going to be really ahead. So then we can I can really transition all the way up to 150 Hydralisks. So that's what I'm doing right now, guys. I'm just trying to, oh yeah, he did a storm there, so made sure I microed that. Alright, so back at home, I've got like another 15 Hydras, so I'll pull those over as well. I'll give him a little bit of a fighting chance here, so that he can get some units up, but again, don't want to keep him in the game, or at this point in the game, for too long, because if I do, the math is not going to be in our favor, and so then it's going to be much more challenging. So looks like Oceans Will Part is sending some units now to come and help, so I'm just going to pull them back, because these Hydras are, they're, you know, most of them are like half damage, and so I want to make sure I'm just going to preserve them a little bit here. So I'm just going to target that Dark Templar, and then now I'll go in and finish up 3 o'clock here. So at the same time, I am multitasking, so I want to make sure I start spending more money on hatcheries. The key to Zerg, guys, is you got to make sure you get a lot of hatcheries, because as soon as you get a lot of hatcheries, you can really macro up. That's the most powerful thing about Zerg, is, you know, you can really macro really quick, because larva is excuse me, larva is definitely much quicker than Protoss, and as well as Terran. So again, apologize, guys, my voice is still, I'm still recovering from the flu, so at some point I'm gonna have to just clear my voice here. But alright, so we took out all the gateways now, so now I'm just gonna try to kill as many probes as possible, and I'm gonna leave his base. I'm gonna give him a chance to rebuild, and then at this point we're pretty much in the lead now. So, and orange is creeping up all the way to my ally's base here, so I'm actually shocked. I didn't think orange was actually that good, but he was actually not bad. He's actually probably slightly better than my ally here, and so yeah, I'm shocked. I think he pulled his units away because 3 was probably screaming for help. So that's probably why. So I'm expecting that they're probably going to come. Yeah, there you go. They're going to come anytime now. So I'm just going to pull my units up. I'm going to try to get a good arc around this, so then we can micro against these units here. I'm going to pull another group of Hydras and come from behind. And, oh, I don't know why he left. What the heck? Oh, that's so unfortunate. Would have been good if he actually stayed in the game. Alright, that was weird. I don't know why he left. He didn't need to leave. Like, there was still a chance for them. So, but maybe because he saw that 3 o'clock was dying. So I don't know why. Anyways, so let's keep the troll coming here, guys. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hatcheries. I'll get some more, and we're gonna macro all the way up to 150 Hydralisks here. So I'm gonna give them a chance as well too to get Storm. Because that's going to make them think that they've got a shot at winning. Typically, when, you know, Protoss gets Storm, they feel much more comfortable and much more confident. And so I'm going to give them that ability. I'm thinking 3 o'clock probably ran to 7 o'clock, and it's getting a base down there as well. So that's good. I'm hoping that's happening right now, so then at least he can recover. I'm surprised that Oceans Will Part is actually still in the game, because at this point his ally died, orange left, but he's still in the game. I think it's because he's probably thinking that, like, we're not that good, or maybe he's a little bit frustrated and upset, because this is, I think, the 3rd game that they've lost against me, and so I think they want to They're probably not used to losing against pubs, and they probably think I'm a pub as well. So that's probably why they're still in the game here. So check the food chart, guys. I'm at 137/161 here. So I am going to keep the food chart up this game, just to kind of demonstrate, like, you know, how fast you can really macro up with Zerg, and obviously, you know, what typically happens when you are kind of knee deep in the action. You know, especially if you're controlling more than like 5 groups of units. And so this game I had like 8 groups of units, and so it was pretty fun. Definitely using that many units against players, because you can really troll them. It's super hilarious. So all right, so we're at 145/161 here. I am upgrading as well. I canceled my hive because I wanted to get I want to research drop in the first, because that takes much longer, and then I'm going to upgrade speed for overlords, and then we're going to start doing some drops on blue here. So if you see it, blue's base here, so he's pretty much got this narrow pathway here that's contained in. So when you come in, he's going to storm all of your units. Even if you've got like 150 Hydralisks and he's got, let's say, like 8 stormers, he's going to pretty much like destroy majority of your army. But so instead, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to flank him with 2 drops. So 24 overlords. So that's like what? So 12 times 4, 48. So that's about 96 Hydralisks that I'm going to drop, and then I'm probably going to send another 50 Hydralisks from the front. And so we're going to do 3 points of attack from the front, from the left, top left, and then also from the bottom here. And so he's going to be super shocked. It's going to be super awesome, guys. All right, so let's see where we're at, guys. We're at 174/200, so not quite 200, almost there. I want to make sure I get 200, and then we're going to attack. So that's going to be about 150 Hydralisks. So I see that blue is attacking, and as I mentioned to you guys, you know, when Protoss gets stormers, they typically feel a little bit more confident. So I'm not going to engage, because I don't want him to think that there's a lot of units on the map here. Because if that happens, he's definitely going to leave, and I don't want him to think that. I don't want him to think that he's not having a fair chance of winning here. So I'm just going to hide my Hydralisk here. Got 3 groups at the middle here. Alright, so we've got, let's check the status for speed. Okay, so speed's done. We're at almost 200 now, so I'm just going to start pulling all my units. I'm going to start picking them up over at 9 o'clock here, which is my main base. So that's 1 group of overlords, so that's 12. I'm going to get another group, so 24. 2 groups of 12, so 24. So I'm going to pick some of these up here, and then I'm going to save 50 for the front, as I mentioned, guys, and it's going to be super awesome. So alright, so we're at almost at 200. So I just want to pick these up. Let's get some more overlords. So the thing with like doing flankings with overlords, you actually have to reproduce more overlords, because they're probably gonna die. Like, they're gonna storm your overlords, and you know they're gonna end up dying. So you have to you know, keep making overlords, and so you have to invest a little bit here when it comes to making overlords. All right, so we've got this group over here that's picked up. We're gonna get a second group. So I'm just gonna pick these up here as well. All right, let's do it, guys. I'm gonna send the 50 Hydras from the front here. I'm gonna do a flank from the left, and check this out. He thinks he's well prepared, but check this out. I'm gonna drop the Hydras right on top of his units, and then come from the front as well too. He didn't even know what to do, because there's just so many units all around his army. He had no idea what to do. I just love watching that. I just love watching them kind of like squirm and not like know what to do. So alright, I'm going to re-pick up the Hydras, guys, and we're going to do another drop on top of his base, because I'm assuming that he's probably got some units fortified inside his main as well too now. So check this out. Alright, let's go from the front. I'm going to send some units from home, and also at 1 o'clock here, I'm going to send these overlords from the left here. And yeah, as you can see, he's got 4 stormers, and he's going to use them to storm. So check this out. I'm going to target that one right there. I'll drop 1 group right there on top of the cannons. I'll drop the second group right on top of his units here. So we're just going to surround his base. Oh man. It's too funny. Yeah, we're at 186/200, guys. Yeah, he was probably like, what the fuck? I did not expect this many Hydralisks. Because, you know, keep in mind, guys, like, you know, these guys play against like pub players, and so they're used to like a pub level, and so, you know, they're definitely not used to somebody doing like, you know, multiple flanking points on them, and, you know, being able to get this many units. I think I had like double. I think he was at like 100/200 I was at like 200/200. So for Zerg, that's quite a big deal. So. And as you can see, guys, I did preserve 3 o'clock, and so he's probably getting refortified. He's probably a little bit upset as well, and so I know he's a pretty decent player, and so that's probably why he's still in the game. So typically, you know, when they're still in the game at this point, guys, like they're trying to make a point to you. They're trying to make a point that like they can defend against your attacks and that they're not noobs. They're not a noob. So check this out. I'm gonna re-pick up these Hydralisks. I'm gonna do a drop from behind here, and as you can see, he's got tons of High Templars, and he's just gonna. He pretty much just made only High Templars and cannons. So all he's going to do is just defend. So check this out. So I'm going to send all my Hydralisks. We're at 200. Send all my Hydras from the front here. And I'm going to surprise him with a sneak drop from the back. So check this out. Check this out, guys. So he's definitely not going to expect this. He's only expecting from the front. So I'm gonna drop from the right on top of his High Templars, and then also from on top of his Nexus as well. And we're gonna pull all the Hydras from the front in. Oh man, it's so fun. I always love this. Like doing multiple flanking points with Hydras is so fun, guys. Like this is probably like I'd say my top 5 in terms of different troll plays, because it's just so fun to be able to use this many units. So. Guys, hope you enjoyed that. Again, happy Friday. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend as well, guys. Drop some funny thoughts, memes, comments. I love your ideas, guys, as well. You know, and you guys know, like, you know, your comments, your ideas and things like that is really what contributes to the fun of this channel. So I really appreciate it, guys. Keep them coming. It's just hilarious. It makes my day. And I think I'm starting to also notice that, you know, it does make some of your days as well too, as you guys are kind of collaborating and sharing ideas and whatnot. So if you're new to the channel, guys, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on all the fun troll plays that we are going to do on players. Check out all the different playlists, all the different ways that we control players and whatnot. So alright, guys, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.